Hello and welcome to the Fallout 3 All DLCs guide. So for this you are going to need your character to be a female. The only reason we need to do this is because we need the Black Widow perk to skip a speech check in the Pit DLC. And that's pretty much the only reason. But we're going to do the vault pretty much exactly the same as we do in any of the longer categories. So for our special, we do the exact same as 100%. So that's 4, 1, 10, 10, 5, 1, and 9. And now we're just going to escape the vault normally, because we do need to level up during this run.
Happy if only you.
So we're just going to do, oh, this is normal, which you should know by this point. Since all DLCs is usually a category of run after you do any percent in all bobbleheads. It's a great run to learn though. It shows off a lot of the game, and it still has a lot of optimizations that you can do.
Careful, it's a Radbro. Think you can take care of that with your BB gun? Good work. Hey, Jonas, get a picture of me with a big game hunter.
So for our tags, we also do, in fact no, we don't do the same as 100%. The only tags that we need for this is speech, mainly. You can choose small guns, which would help you, or energy weapons as well.
As far as go on now.
But the main thing we need is speech, because unfortunately there is one big pot of RNG in this run.
Well, you made it.
So we talk to Broch, do bottom and top, and you can pick your own. So for now we'll do speech, energy weapons, and just small guns for now. But choose pretty much anything you want, as long as you have speech.
Wake up! Come on, wake up!
I'm not going to be around to hold your hand forever.
Come on!
So we're going to do middle 3 dialogue here to get it ever so slightly faster, and then the rest at the top. We are going to loot the stimpaks here just because they are closer, so it's not much time left to take them. And we're going to walk around. I'll show this again, because I didn't actually show this last time. But for this, what we're going to try and do is look north and go straight to this wall.
You gotta help me.
And when we reach the wall, we're then going to go into the corridor. Because if we do it, we should be able to avoid Butch. Like that. Another way to do that is just to punch. Like that when you go past him. Like we'll do here.
I just want to talk to you for a minute.
Off with you now.
If you are quick enough though, you can just jump past Gomez, and he shouldn't talk to you. Because he'll still be in combat with the Red Roach. So we're just going to leave the vault. And we're going to head straight to Lucky Harith. And for this level up, we're going to do Speech and Black Widow. And that's pretty much the only reason we need to level up. We are going to try and get speech as high as possible though. But after we get speech, we can just do whatever we want for leveling up. So we're going to talk to Harith here. We're going to do ghost duping just for the purpose
It's my pleasure to offer
of the video, just so if you've never seen it before, click on this and press A shortly afterwards. So no ghost duping and buy missile launcher. Another reason why it's good to do that is because we do actually get all of his caps. So now we're just going to make a save and set up a missile cripple. I should say it's better to make the save after the Point Lookout and Pit DLC pop up. Just because the rest of the DLCs take a while to pop up, and it can just interrupt you sometimes doing speed cripple. Right, so after we get missile cripple, we're going to head straight east, because we need to go just to the left of Super Duper Mart. And during this, just spam up and enter, up arrow, and enter, just to get through all these dialogue boxes for the DLCs. And then when Aiden the Outcast appears, that's the last like DLC pop-up. So we're going to walk just next to Super Duper Mart so we can get the fast travel. And we're going to head straight to the Farragut Metro over here. So when in the Farragut Metro, we're going to do a out-of-bounds section. So we're going to go straight to the end here, and on this corner, we're just going to quick save, quick load just before touching it. You jump on this rubble and then just jump up on here. We're going to jump on this building here, going to run to the corner and quick save, quick load, and we should get onto here, and then we can just follow this to the end there. Doing this isn't that much slower inbounds, but there's just some doors and stuff that you need to go through. Okay, so when we're in here, we can either do a stair clip here, but it's really difficult to get a stair clip here. Or we're going to go into this corner, we're going to jump once, and as we're kind of in this position, we're going to quick save, quick load, and we'll get pushed up to COC here. And then we're going to exit and fast travel back to Farragut. So that COC there can be very difficult at times. We're now just going to head towards Jefferson. So that COC can be difficult at times just because it requires a pretty specific spot for it to be consistent. So the reason we have to do Jefferson, unfortunately, is because we have to do a lot of the story for this, otherwise the Broken Steel DLC does glitch out. Due to, if we don't, well, it's mainly down to the end quest. If we don't finish that the proper way, the game just freaks out and doesn't work. And we get soft locked when talking to Rothschild. So we should get the fast travel pop up here. I'm just going to carry on this way, past the bridge. Unfortunately, this DLC is a lot of walking. It's why a lot of people don't like it as much, but honestly it is one of the best categories in the game. Just because of how much it shows off of the game. And unlike all quests, it's not got RNG which can just kill the run. The main piece of RNG, well there's two pieces, is Mothership Zeta, where you can lose 10 seconds to the power going off. and then add a speech check in Anchorage with Jingwei, which is a 60% chance by the time we get there. So as soon as we reach the fast travel here, we're gonna, well, as soon as we get the fast travel here, we're gonna fast travel back to Super Duper Mart, and now we're gonna head towards Anchorage. So we're gonna go south to Greenwich. If Brian's here, try and avoid him because he is on a force meet with you, so he will try and talk. Just going to carry on this way. And what we need to do in Greenwich is discover the Marigold Station. So if we just go straight through the middle here, I'm going to go through that house there. And then just next to this building here, which you'll recognize from any percent, is the Marigold Station. Then I'm going to go this way and just around the corner. So the reason we get Marigold Station is to go to the Citadel later on, because we have to go in the Citadel, if I remember correctly, through that entrance instead of through the front entrance, because we don't do the Waters of Life quest. So I'm just going to head southwest through here. Towards Anchorage. And then just off here is where Bailey's Crossroad is. Right next to the Red Racer factory. So just going to walk on the top of here, and then just before the end we're going to just drop off and go in the door. I'm just going to work our way through the metro. We're going to take a right here and just go through. So we're going to pull our fists out here, and when we walk forward here we're just going to carry on attacking, and that's to stop this guy here talking to us, Defender Moral. We're going to go flat here, like against this flat pot here, not the corner, and just quick save, quick load. You can get stuck here because the ground's really high, so if you just spam jump and quick save, quick load, you should make it through. And what we're going to do is work our way up to this piece of rubble here to jump on a semi-invisible kind of like ledge here, and then into there. So make a quick save after every jump, just in case the game glitches out and you can't jump. Well, I say it glitches out, it's because you're falling. We're just going to head this way and go into the elevator. So in the elevator, what we're going to do is look north, sorry, not west. And we're going to jump here and just quick save, quick load. And what this should do is, if we get it, there we go, we're going to fall down this side and end up here. So that's not the right weapon. This is why we have our 10mm binder, because we're just going to kill Specialist Olwen and grab her neural interface outfit. Then we're just going to drop our 101, equip that, and get in the chair. You can third person interaction it to make it a slight bit quicker. And what this does is it skips us having to talk to the commander over there and then talking to Olin to get the suit. And now we're in Operation Anchorage. So during this, spam F3, because we're gonna try and bring up spam F2, sorry, because we want to get to our armor tab to drop our armor, because this game has a function where, depending on what you have equipped, you move a bit slower, and armor can slow you down a lot, so we take it off to get a slight bit quicker. and we're just gonna pretty much go through the starting part of this DLC as you would normally. There's not really been any skip sound for this part. Go across here, trying to cut as many corners as possible. There is a rock jump here, so if we just go up here and quick load as we go up. It's kind of difficult to explain because you need to take a semi-specific path to do this. And don't get stuck on that. And going up that side is technically quicker, but you can just walk around the stairs there and come over here. So in this loading screen, hold W and A, and you should end up around here. We're going to try and follow here, because that should stop us getting the stagger animation. And we're just going to carry on this way. So throughout this DLC, there are a bunch of health points. So if you're ever low on health, you can go to those. I'm going to talk to Benjamin here. And exit here. So during this, don't hold W because you will just run off the cliff. We need to actually turn this way. And we're just going to hug the rocks for a bit. And that's so we don't have to go down the stairs, and so we avoid a stagger animation. I'm going to carry on this way and go through that little bunker to the side. And now we're at this outpost here. So during this, hold W and... Oh, I messed up earlier. I meant W and D for that place. So for this part here, hold W and A and jump. And you should end up closer to the exit, like here. I'm just going to carry on this way. So that's one of the health points there. We'll pass a bunch of those on the way, but you shouldn't really take much damage during this DLC. Oh, and my game crashed. Okay. So that's why we make a missile cripple save. So, where was my last save? Okay, it's back there. So, the game also makes autosaves before you enter certain DLCs. So it does it before the pit, and as you can see, in Anchorage there. So we're just gonna go this way again. And hopefully my game doesn't crash this time. Another health point back there. So gonna go up this left set of stairs here, so we can just jump straight on here. And carry on this way. So I'm just gonna take this health just in case. And we're gonna take a left here to go up these stairs, because this is ever so slightly faster than going to the right. We're going to jump on the rail and then jump up on here. You can just go the other way and it skips out on a jump, but it's slightly longer. So when we exit to Anchorage, we're going to go this way towards the first gun. Going to land on the rail here to try and soften our fall, and put an explosive charge and head straight for the next set of stairs. So there usually be a guy with the flamethrower here blocking you. But you should be able to squeeze past him. Then we're going to set this explosive charge and head straight for the next gun over this way. And set that final explosive charge. So now we just have to wait 20 seconds, or well 30 seconds, for the fade in. So we're just going to fall down here, because there's like 1 or 2 enemies down here and there's a health spot. So you can just wait here for us to get teleported. It doesn't really matter how much damage you take here, because the next part of the DLC has very little damage, and when we exit the DLC we get a heal anyway. So when we hear General Chase, it's going to talk to us. It's going to go top dialogue, and we're just going to walk to the side and slightly back. So we're going to be here, and we can just quick save, quick code through his dialogue. During this, try and find out where Lieutenant Morgan is, because he can pretty much spawn anywhere around here. But we need to talk to him, do his top 2 dialogue, and we can leave. And we're going to requisition. Well, for our weapon package, we can do any. And for our requisition, we're just going to do a empty team. And we're going to leave. And then we also need to unequip our armor again. And we're going to head this way. So, because of how well Bethesda built their DLCs, we're going to break the DLC. So, again, level up speech here. I didn't mean to take training, whatever it's called, intense trainer. I've completely forgot. Right, but yeah, we're gonna head towards the trench, and we're literally just gonna jump up here. So now we're out of bounds, but we're on the wrong side. So we're gonna go third person to make a save, and we're gonna jump across here. The reason why we do it in third person is because if you're slightly falling in this game, you can't jump. And because we move that fast, we're pretty much always falling. If you wanted to do it in third person, you'd have to do a stop-bob jump, like that. And then we're just going to carry on this way, up here. And we're just going to kind of stay near to this pipe. So when we reach the top of the pipe here, we're just going to take a small left to go on this other bit of terrain here. And then as soon as we can, we're going to jump on the pipe. And then, like over here, because this is the easiest point to jump on the pipe. You can do it over there, but it's slightly longer and it has a jump involved, and it's just not as easy. So we're going to carry on this way. You'll notice there is a invisible wall here, so we can't actually go to the side. Fortunately though, this invisible wall ends just before the end, over here. So we can just go around this way, and now we're on the other side. And we're just going to enter the HQ. I'm going to make a quick save after Jingwei stabs him. I spam quick save here. And then we're just going to do the speech check here for Jingwei. And hope we get it as quick as possible. And then we're just going to look over this way towards these rocks and walk to where General Chase will be.
That'll do, soldier.
And just do the top dialogue here. And then during this, hold A. And what this does is it gets us out of the chair, and we start walking this way. And we're just going to go to the secure terminal, open the vault, and we don't technically need to take the armor if we just walk close to the middle there, but I take it just in case. And then we're going to exit this way in the elevator. Okay, that was weird, my game kind of alt-tabbed. So as soon as we exit here, we're gonna fast travel back to Vault 101. And now we have probably the most boring part of the run for me. We pretty much do any percent now to get us to the end of the game. So we run all the way to Lamplight to do the Gek, escape Raven Rock, and then we pick up from there. So we're just gonna walk west, just next to the Jerry Street Metro. And we've pretty much got like 9 minutes of walking, unfortunately. So we're coming up on 2 parts of DLC which have the most walking now. So when we enter Zeta as well, there's also another big walking segment there. So we're just going to aim for those kind of like abandoned and ruined houses. Well, buildings. Which would take us straight to a Lamplight. Remember to quick save on the way as well, just in case your game crashes. You won't be set too far back. This has happened once or twice. We're just going to carry on this way. A lot of the longer runs in this game do have a lot of downtime where we have to walk. It is one of the pros about New Vegas and Reload / Infinite Dashing. So we're just going to carry on this way, and then over the hill, and we should also get the little triangle on our compass to go to Little Lamplight. So unlike 100% and all quests, and yeah, we do it the exact same as any percent, so as soon as we enter we just clip out and then do a void swim, since we don't need to complete the quest that we have. And obviously when falling like here, try and avoid the stagger. So during this, hold S and D, and quick save, quick load. Jump into the corner. So avoid swimming. If you do have trouble with avoid swimming, by the way, it'll most likely be because you're too close to the water when you make your quick save. So make sure you go further out. And when you do quick load, don't go back in the water, because you will lose it most of the times. Just gonna go through the door, take the left, fall down here. So we do slightly safer strats than any percent. So you don't have to do Rock Boss here, since this is a longer run. It's better. If you're not good at it, just skip it. So if you don't know how to skip Rock Boss, I'll show you quickly. So instead of going down the stairs there, you carry on this way. open the door, and then up through there, just for the Celestial Rock Boss, which is what it's kind of been known as now. Yeah, so that's why you don't want to fail it. So during this part, we also don't do the stair clip here, just because if you fail it you end up losing more time, so we just go around this way and do the stair clip here. Listen to the great Super Mutant voice lines. 10 out of 10. Okay, so we do need to go activate the fire alarm, which is east when you first COC. And we go up on that corner, then we go west to the Gek. Go through all the doors on your way, and I'll make a save here just because people do have trouble with this. If it's your first time doing it, go in God mode, just look in this corner and quick save, quick load. Go to around the middle part here, just hold your middle mouse button, and if you look at around the middle part here, you should just be able to pick up the Gek. So I recommend doing it in God mode if you've not done this before. And you go to this corner and clip. There is another very good clip here as well, like that, which I'll show. And there's also a table clip here. So if you jump on the table, that didn't quite work. If you jump on the table and quick say quick load, you'll get pushed out that side. I don't really often do this strat, but I know it exists. I just don't do it. So if you're doing it without God mode, which I'd recommend doing it with God mode for your first few tries, but yeah, I would also recommend making a save here as well, just because it's a longer run. It's a little time lost to make a save. Fortunately, these clips are very inconsistent at times. There we go. So whenever you COC, just head west. And then up this way. Aim for here. And now we're stuck in a cutscene.
Objective is secured, sir.
So if you're wondering for all DLCs, English is not the quickest language.
Yes, sir. I'll have
Any
the
language
come
other
down
than
and remove
German
immediately,
is
sir.
a little bit quicker, by less than a
Yes,
second,
sir.
pretty much.
She'll pass out shortly, but we can revive
I
her.
think Spanish or Italian was the quickest. I can't quite remember.
Right away, sir.
But it's within a second difference, so it really doesn't matter. But for standard any percent, and all bubble heads and stuff like that, English is the fastest by 2 seconds. So when we go here, do top dialogue, quick say quick load through his dialogue, and we don't actually loot our locker during this. Well, you don't have to. It might be a good idea though if you're doing this for the first time. Just to loot your locker, just in case. And we're just going to carry on through the aim% route, and now we're going to level up energy weapons. And it doesn't really matter what we take here. So, if you're wondering why we don't loot our locker, is one, we have to wait for the trigger first before we open our locker. And two, we get the alien blaster very soon, so we'll be using that instead. So just follow the 80% route for this.
Enemy Rio spotted. Open fire.
I'm just gonna kind of skip over this part because if you're doing a category this long, you'll probably know the 80% route by now. Just gonna do the middle dialogue here. We're gonna exit. So during this, the best way to get this clip is to hold S and look just past this line here, and you'll get the clip. Look west. Go this way to around here. This is where the trigger is, and then head back this way. If you didn't hit that trigger, a invisible wall will stop you here. But now we're just going to carry on this way. There are stimpaks down there as well. And when you CSC, there are stimpaks. So try not to get hit by the missile launcher there. Okay, so for this, we're going to head east. And we're going to try and go to the train station. Or the train tunnel, sorry. Which is around this way. My game lagged and it ate my quick save. Well, my quick load, even. And now I'm not going to be able to get it back, am I? I might have to relaunch the game. My apologies. My game sometimes lags when falling down that cliff. Just because the game's weird. And it likes to just eat quick saves. Or quick loads. But that's why we have the save. Although I do seem to be failing at Missile Cripple. There we go. And we're going to head towards this here, which is northeast. You can go through like any of these kind of like paths up. But this one is kind of the easiest to look for and do. So we're going to carry on this way, and you'll already be able to see the map marker, and that is the train tunnel. So this is where we enter the pit DLC, which we do after Zeta. But to actually do the pit DLC, we need to go and talk to Werner, who is all the way over here, which is the guy we're going to go talk to now. So a little bit more this way, there is a radio tower, which is where Werner will be fighting 3 pit raiders. And when we go quote-unquote save his life, he'll be like, you need to come help me. And then we can go to the train tunnel. So we're just going to carry on this way up the rocks. And eventually, when we get past this little rock here, you'll be able to see the radio mast. So if you do take your stuff from your locker, you can just equip a weapon here and shoot these guys. If not, you just punch them, because we do very little damage compared to Werner's weapon. but it can be a little bit of help. So when we talk to him, we're going to do the top 4 dialogue. So he says that we need to find a slaver outfit, and we're just going to tell him, I don't need a disguise. If we don't do that, we do actually need to go find a disguise. It won't be optional. And then what we're going to do is carry on east-ish. I went a bit too far that way. The walk here is really confusing, just because of how much there is. Well, and like how far you have to go. But we're going to aim around the middle of east and southeast, if I remember correctly. And that should take us to Zeta. So there's a few landmarks we'll be looking for on the way. So for one, we are going to go through this underneath of the, what is that, highway? Yeah, sure. Just going to carry on this way. You'll notice a pool over here. And then I'm just going to carry on east, southeast. So the next thing that we're going to look for is eventually, if you go too far southeast, which I'll show on my map, you'll actually be able to see Paradise Falls. So when you see Paradise Falls, from then on you can just go east, because where we're trying to go is next to this bridge here. Zeta's around this area. So if you go too far southeast, you'll find Paradise Falls, but you can just go east. But if you carry on just southeast, when we get over this rock here, in the distance you should be able to see some notable things, which if you've done all bobbleheads you should recognize. So those 3 kind of smokestacks there, you should remember those if you've done all bobbleheads. But pretty much when you can see those, just head east. A little bit south. Because Zeta is in this general area. It's kind of hard to know exactly where it is because it's not a map marker. But it's always more south than I remember. Yeah, and you're just going to try and look for the broken houses here. And eventually you'll be able to see the mothership. You can see this from quite far away, this kind of like smashed house. And we're going to just enter Zeta, where we have a small cutscene. And now we get to watch the aliens do some weird things. So after this cutscene plays out, we are going to talk to Soma, and we're just going to skip pretty much the entire introductory sequence of the DLC. So Soma's going to talk to us after this, and we're just going to spam her top dialogue. We should have to do it twice.
Hey, you okay?
And then we've got a
About time you woke up.
very weird clip. What we're trying to do is clip just as we reach here. And if we do it correctly, it'll push us through like that, and our goal is to COC. Sometimes you can clip back inbounds here, but it'll be further this way. But if you just carry on running west, you'll eventually see here. And we're going to kill this alien. And the only thing we need from him is his shock baton. And we're going to clip through the door. So to clip through these doors, you kind of guide yourself against the wall here, and clip just before you reach it. And we're going to go into Steamworks. Gonna bind our shock baton for later. And we're just going to run past all of these while Sally gets mad at us.
Or don't.
Do another clip there. You can just open those doors because the weird clips that we do there are kind of difficult at times.
This vent goes a different way.
Just going to carry on this way. If you're ever low on health throughout this DLC, there are health points as you'll see. So when we go up the stairs, we're going to jump on this red thing here to go over here. So I'll quickly show the ceiling walk. If you go into the corner here, jump so you're kind of in this top section and look in the corner. And quick save, quick load slowly. And if you do it right, you should get pushed through the wall. Which I can't do now. Let me just kill these for the purpose of this. Because if you get this first try, it does actually save time over the normal route. I just don't remember how to do it, despite finding it a few days ago. Okay, so when you clip out buttons like that, you want to hold back and quick save, quick load, and then we're trying to basically get stuck in so we can jump. And if we do it right, we should end up on the top of here. Unfortunately, it's very precise how to do it, but our goal is to get on top of the ceiling, and then we can just run straight to where the marker is. If not, you can do it this way. It only saves 5 seconds if you do it the other way. Just gonna run around this way, take a right, and another one, and then right the exit. So we're going to go up these stairs, take a left, and we're going to get stuck in this corner here. And we're going to quick save, quick load. And if we do it like this, we'll get pushed through here. And what we're trying to do is spam E as we go under that kind of healing arch, and then we're going to kill all the aliens here. And then when we kill them all, we're going to run to the back and just swing at this teleporter. And then 2 aliens will spawn, one will spawn here, one will spawn just behind here. So now we need to go to power distribution and put it on this one. So there's 3 different settings. We just want max power for this fight to just be the quickest. And there is a little bit of RNG with this fight, but it only loses 10 seconds. So now Sally is just going to kind of boss people around. But you do kind of need to listen to her dialogue because that's going to tell us when we can shoot.
Soma, you go stand over there. Mr. Elliot, you're there.
So you know when to shoot when he says, "I don't want to be Jangles the Moon Monkey. I ain't no goddamn space monkey."
And I get to aim the death ray.
I ain't no goddamn space monkey.
As soon as he finishes that line, we can press this. And then we just have to wait every time the button lights up, we can press it.
Got a lock on their ship. Fire when ready.
And this allows us to get a few extra hits in before the HUD shows up. So this fight takes around, if I remember correctly, 13-ish shots. It does depend on how the enemy RNG plays it, I believe. But hopefully I get bad RNG here so I can show you what to do. It's very common to get the
Shit.
yeah, here we go.
Corn sapped out
So if the lights ever go off, you just need to hit these two generators here, and these two here, and go back here. When the lights turn on, press the button again. So that'll usually happen during a run of this. Sometimes it can cause this HUD to break, and the health will be a little bit lower or higher, I can speak, than what is actually displayed. So we should have 3 more shots left if we don't have a broken HUD.
We should let him in.
So this last spot here is pretty much always 2 shots, unless you get broken HUD
As you say.
from the power going off.
Kindly invite the Oriental gentleman with the
Okay, yeah. So now we're going to run straight to the back of the ship, quick save, quick load a few times, and we're going to wait an hour. Okay, I didn't wait long enough. What we want to happen is for Sally to finish her dialogue and then come and talk to us. So that's why we wait an hour, so she just comes over here. We quick save, quick load because she's in a dialogue at that point. So we're going to go southwest, and we're going to pick up the alien blaster and a bunch of ammo. So there should be 130 rounds. Only 120. Never mind. And then we're going to go to the train tunnel. So a new skip was found for this, so go into the pit tunnel, look slightly down, spammy, and you'll be able to go to the pit. So I am going to try the new skip for this and hope that it works. So before this we had to do this whole thing in third person, but a new skip was found where if we murder the raider here, we can just do this whole running sequence in first person. Because before we had to wait for Werner to finish his dialogue, and the best way to do that would just be to walk in third person to the exit. But since we can just kill them, there is no dialogue, and Werner should be talking to us. And you want to avoid that. The bridge walk here, I've never done in first person. We used to do this in third person because we can just take a more direct route. I guess it's harder in first person. This is a new skip that I've not done before. So you just want to kind of go on this side of the rail. Make quick saves as you go. And then we could just go across the bridge, and we don't have to worry about any of the mines. Although mines go off, they don't actually damage us because we go too far away. And then we can just run over this way to the exit. Okay, doing that with full speed is very different. Just gonna stop up to the end because I messed it up. I didn't realize there was that many mines. So yeah, don't get blown up by the mines. So the main mines look for this one here, and that one there. So I am going to lose a bit of time here because I lost speed cripple. But to this clip we jump in the corner here and quick save, quick load, like that, and then we should just get pushed through. So I'm just going to go get speed cripple back because I was stupid. Wait, oh, I've got it, never mind. So once we're actually in the pit, we're going to go and talk to Medea, who is pretty much always going to be walking this way.
Werner sent you, didn't he?
When we finish talking to her, we're going to wait an hour, and she's going to disappear to her apartment. And now we've got a pretty difficult clip coming up. So we're going to head to the mill, we're gonna tap A few times during this loading screen, and we should be level with the stairs. And we're gonna head straight to the steel yard. And this is where a difficult clip is. The best way to do this clip is to just look in the corner here and quick load. You need to do it a lot. There's no real skill to this clip apart from just spamming. And eventually you'll get through the door. So during this, if you walk forward, you will get stuck, so jump once, and you should just be able to get through. We're going to take these 2 steel ingots, which are right in front of us here. Not the slaver. The slave even. And then we're just going to carry on this way. We're going to jump into this first dumpster here. There's going to be 2 steel ingots here. And then in the next one, there's going to be another 2. In the next one, there's none. If I can get up. But in this one here, there's 3. So that puts us up to 9. And then if we go into here, there should be the last one. So this is where some RNG is also in place. So more often than not, a trog will come through here. So if you just wait here and kill the trog, you should be able to fast travel, but as you can see I can press T here and wait. Not anymore because I waited too long. But more often than not you should be able to kill the trog, which comes down here, and fast travel. So unfortunately I did kind of mess that up. Where's my quick save? We'll just do that again so I can do it quicker. So we only need 10 ingots for the quest to continue. Yes, as you can see I can wait, and I'm going to fast travel to the pit downtown. And now what we're going to do is just go and talk to Medea. But because we've kind of semi-sequence broken this whole thing,
All right, we can.
so she's going to talk to us here. Just spam through the top dialogue. This other guy's going to come in, and then eventually we're going to get a perk. As soon as we get the perk, talk to her again and do her top dialogue. So now we're going to be in this dialogue here, telling us to go to the pit. So we're just going to quick load a bunch. And eventually he'll say Madam.
Madam,
When he says that, we can go forward.
dismissed.
So now we're going to head back to the steel yard, and we're going to do the pit arena. And this makes it so we can go to Haven to meet Asher. So the arena is just to the side here. So we're going to pull off this out and punch here, so this person doesn't talk to us.
And what are you doing down?
We're going to talk to Phaedra, do the top 3, and say let's do it. Get your alien blaster ready. Quick save, quick load, skip his dialogue. Open the gate, pull out your weapon, and kill these 3. Then just spam E on this. Gonna hold forward and spam E, just to talk to Phaedra quicker.
You again.
Gonna do the top and then the middle. I'm gonna go in another fight. Quick save, quick load, open the gate, get your weapon out and kill them. Sometimes the barrels that come down can actually kill or damage the other person.
Not that grinder, not you again.
And now we're on the last fight, which is Garuba. So what we're going to do is spam up and enter, because we're going to get a perk, and spam E. We're going to get rid of the perk and go through the door. So I'm just going to carry on this way. I'm going to go into this corner here, look into the corner, and then look out of the corner, and that'll get us out. And I'm just going to carry on this way to this quest marker here, which is going to take us to Asher.
It ain't the smartest asshole in the pit.
So this is something I should have said earlier. Since this is only all DLCs, we don't need to do all the main story. We can literally just finish the DLC. Like we do in Anchorage and Zeta. Because in 100% we actually have to do all the DLC quests. So when we reach Haven, gonna make a quick save just in case, and we're gonna wait once. We're gonna go inside, and we're gonna wait again. And Werner's now gonna talk to us. Gonna do his top dialogue, and the Black Widow should turn up. That basically sequence breaks the game, and we can just finish the bit DLC.
Lord Asher will be right
Just like that. So we're now just going to quick save, quick load through all of his dialogue. And eventually, when we can talk to him, we're just going to do the... There's a lot of dialogue here. So we're going to do the bottom one, how about my reward? We're going to get a perk, and then we're going to do the bottom, and then I have to go. And we can just leave the DLC. Spam jump during this. You should go over there. Enter spam F3 to go to your map, and go all the way back to the train yard. And now we're just going to leave the DLC like nothing happened. So during the fade in here, we do have to wait a second so we can actually see. And then we're going to go straight down to Marigold Station. So the reason we go to Marigold here is because A, we need to do the Citadel, which we're going to do. We're going to discover the Citadel by doing this. I'm doing a different route here, sorry. Don't go to Marigold, go to Jefferson. I was thinking of the 100% route. Go to Jefferson, sorry, and just go southwest, past this boat. Sorry about that. And we're gonna go to this side of the boat here, because we can just jump up on this side pretty easily. You can run on this boat as well, just because then we get proper speed, which saves a little bit of time. And this is a very easy part of the boat to jump up, fortunately. So if you just go like that, you should be able to jump up, talk to Tobar, do his top dialogue, and now we're going to do another. So, going to set up a ghost troop, and we're just going to buy 2 tickets. Going to buy his refined punga as well, and then we're just going to leave. I don't know why I bought the refined punga actually. You don't need to buy the refined punga. I had something different in my head. Okay, so yes, sorry about the few mistakes I made there. I just got a different route in my head at the minute. So Point Lookout is by far, in my opinion, the worst DLC to speedrun because it's just a lot of walking and it's just confusing, has bad clips, but oh well. So we're going to spam F3 here and fast travel to the pier. That's going to make it so it's a slight bit quicker. And we're going to go north through Pilgrim's Landing here. And when we reach the end of this, we're going to go northeast. Well, slightly northeast. This way, which is where the hardware shack is going to be. And then when we discover the hardware shack, we're going to go pretty much east. So we're just going to walk on this side of it. Walk by the car, and we should get the fast travel. Now we're going to go this way to the chapel there, so Gonna run across this little pier, so we have to do as little swimming as possible. Well, is it a pier? I don't know. A little fishing place. And we're just gonna carry on this way and head to the front of the chapel here. And you'll see a bed on the floor here next to the chapel. And when we get just a little bit past that, so you'll see it here. When we get a little bit just past that, we'll get the fast travel. We're going to go back to the hardware, hold D and spam jump, and we should get over the car and the fence. And we're going to head southeast-ish, which will eventually have a lighthouse spawn in there, which is pretty much what we're aiming for. We do need to discover the Calvert Mansion on the way, but fortunately they're just right next to each other. So we're just going to carry on this way, discover the Calvert Mansion, head straight to the lighthouse. I'll show you my clips for this because the clips that Jabbo does in his runs, for me they don't work, but if you want to see what he does because mine don't work, you can go watch his video. I'll try to show it, but so we're just going to carry on climbing up here. And we're going to enter the lighthouse. So the easiest clip to do here is just hold W in this corner. As soon as you clip through, hold W and D. If I can get the clip. And quick save, quick load pretty quick. I'm just going to try and aim for the door. I'm going to aim for this corner here and clip, and then we're just going to not fall down there. We're just going to run across the top of these buildings into this circular room, which is going to hit a trigger, and then we're going to walk up here and talk to Desmond. So we want to quickly load around here, third person interaction to talk to him, do the top dialogue, leave, and then he'll talk to you about some tribal stuff, and then we're going to leave again. When talking about all the tribal stuff, you quick save, quick load, and fall down onto this platform. And now we're just going to run all the way up to the top of the lighthouse. So we just have to run all the way up this. Which does unfortunately take a while. So we're now coming up on one of the worst clips. So, I know both me, Salmon, and, well, yeah, both me, Salmon, and Jabbo all have different clips, so. From what I know Jabbo's is to look in this corner, hold A, and quick save, quick load. That doesn't always work for me. The way I do it is go into this corner here, look around in the middle of this tile, hold WD, and quick save, quick load. And from what I know, Salmon does a stair clip here. Which I've never been able to get, but somehow he can just do it over there. So you can watch just any of the top times and you'll see how we do pretty much this clip differently. And I do want to say all of these clips are not 100% consistent. That's why this room is the worst. Because I cannot always get these clips. Like that. Even though I just got them. Even when retrying them, I can't get them. Which is the worst part, because these are really annoying to get. Fortunately, we only need to do this once, though. Okay, I actually can't get this. The fuck? So if you're wondering why I keep jumping off and back on this, it's because when I quick save, quick load, I go into the wall, and I don't want to be in the wall while doing this clip, because you need to just be like that. Unfortunately, though, it's still not working. This is the bad thing about these clips. None of the setups work 100% of the time. I'm just going to TCL out of here because I am stuck. But as you can see, those clips are horrible. So we're going to fast travel to the cathedral. Going to talk to the intercom and do the talk to dialogue. Then we're going to fast travel to the hardware shack. Haley's Hardware. And we're going to head pretty much towards the marker. But we're going to go across the bridge. Just to avoid some swimming. So now going to the Sacred Bog, which has some bad clips, but the setups for it are actually consistent, unlike the Lighthouse. So we're just going to carry on this way, and there's two things you can do at the swamp. So the first thing you can do is kill all the bloatflies that'll be around this area, so you can get a fast travel. Or you can just run in a fairly specific direction, and you should also be able to get a fast travel as well. I'll show the fast travel because killing the bloatflies is pretty self-explanatory. So just going to go into the bog here. I'm going to go and run here to this part here. So it's fairly close to those trees. And we're just going to run straight forward into the corner and quick save, quick load. It's the best way to explain how to do this clip. You just want to look in this corner and quick save, quick load. Doesn't work, try and move a bit more up the rock. And eventually you should get pushed through. So the reason we have to clip here is because most of this area, as you can see, is just more rocks. This is one of the only spots which actually has a gap in the rock. And then we're going to go this way. Going to jump up on top of here, which you can sometimes get stuck on. Going to carry on up here. And this whole place has an invisible wall as well. And the best way to clip on it is to go to this part of the rock here. Hold WA, and as you reach the apex, just clip. And activate the Punga Seeds. And then when we wake up, so this clip here can be very inconsistent. Best way to do it is to go in the corner and jump, so you're kind of, I hate to do this in one motion, 1 minute. Like that, so you're around this area. I fell back down. And just hold W and D and quick save, quick load. If you ever get this high, go back to here and just try it again. There's no real like skill for this clip. You've just got to kind of just hope the game lets you through, like that. And then you just got to climb the rock. And then we're just gonna head back to this door here. But it's when we reach this area, we'll just like that, fast travel. So the best way to go is pretty much this way, and you should be able to get a fast travel pretty quickly. It's if you go towards the manor here, and you can just fast travel. I haven't timed if it's quicker than killing the bloatflies, but I imagine it's just on how good your combat is. So fast travel to the cathedral, open the gate, talk to Jimson.
Truly the Mother Punga.
When he finishes this, you'll get a perk. As soon as you get the perk, you can just leave. And we're going to go in here and talk to Nadine. Again, at this point it doesn't really matter what we level up, so I'm going to talk to her, do her top 2 dialogue. Then we're just going to ask who leads the tribe, where can I find Jackson, and then when we reach that point, we can just leave the dialogue. So the reason we have to ask who leads the tribe is just to get the key. So we're going to exit here and go northeast to that map marker. And this gives us a key for the wrecked C-Tub, which exits here as well, which you'll see soon enough. So just going to carry on this way. And then enter the sea cave. It's best to hold WD and jump here, just so you don't fall off down there. And then just follow this path here. So this area which we're about to go to is a very common crash spot. The easiest way to avoid this is to quick save, quick load twice, or kill him and then quick save, quick load once. I'm going to do the quick save, quick load twice. I'm just going to do the bottom dialogue there on Professor Calvert. I think that's Professor Calvert, and leave. We're going to walk forward and spam T so we can fast travel. And then we're going to go down to the lighthouse. We're going to enter the lighthouse, exit the lighthouse, and Desmond should be here. We're going to do the bottom dialogue for Desmond. And then we're going to fast travel to Pilgrim's Landing. If you can't talk to Desmond, it's going to be because he is aggroed to the Mylarks down below. So just kill those and you should be able to talk to him. If he's not there, it's because you're on a different cycle. So we're going to walk forward. Quick save, quick load through Professor Calvert's dialogue. And then fast travel back to the mansion, walk forward. And the mansion's going to explode, and sometimes Desmond will just be sat there, awkwardly watching us. And then when this map quest marker changes, like that, we're going to fast travel back to the lighthouse. The bottom's going to open up here. We're going to do the same clip we did last time, which is over here. And we're just going to COC. And we're going to look west and have our alien blaster out. Just going to shoot that until it blows up. Go to this door, and then exit. Should then be able to fast travel to the pier. So if you talk to Nadine too much, she will spawn here. If you do the right dialogue though, you can just walk past her and she won't be here. And then you can just go over here and leave Point Lookout. So once you leave Point Lookout, we're going to head to Chevy Chase North, which we discovered earlier, like right at the start of the run. And we're going to head south this way. And this is the way we get to talk to Three Dog. So we're just going to carry on through this school here. And what we're going to do here is... sorry, we need to kill these. And as soon as we kill them all, and we actually have the fast travel, we're going to now fast travel to Marigold. Gonna clip in this corner like an 80%, which we actually do now, because we're now gonna go and do Jefferson. So instead of fast traveling to the Citadel, what we're going to do is just carry on walking, and we're going to be able to just enter the Citadel from the outside.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
I'm just going to go down into the A-ring, carry on downstairs to the laboratory, and then just go to the end down here, and so the end sequence will be for the game. You can quick save, quick load through all this dialogue, and there is a lot of it. So Lines is going to talk to us. We're going to tell them that we lost the Gek. Then other Lions is going to talk, and then they're going to talk to us. We're going to say we don't want any armor, and then of course I can. Then she's going to go through this dialogue, and during this we want to look at Rothschild and the robot. And this is because there is a trigger where we need to be looking at this in order for Rothschild to actually activate Liberty Prime. And then we just have to wait for the quest to complete, and we can go up and exit to the Citadel. So as soon as we exit, we're going to head towards the main exit over this way. Because we now have to do a Liberty Prime skip, which can be an absolute pain at times. So we're going to walk forward, and you're going to notice all of those are here. And now we're going to head straight to Jefferson. The reason why we can't fast travel straight to the Citadel is because the gate will still be shut. And I think you need to wait for it to then open, so I've just never tried it that way. I'm just going to carry on this way, and we're going to go to Jefferson. Which, for some reason, is saying we can fast travel to. Have I just completely forgot you can fast travel to it? So we're going to clip in Jefferson. Better go in right here. Jumping, quick save, quick loading there, and then quick save, quick loading, and this way. And what we're going to do is enter, and then leave Jefferson. We're going to talk to Lions, and we're going to enter again. So this glitch here is very weird and might take some kind of like fiddling around with to get. And then what we're going to do is when we talk to Lions, we're just going to kill him with an alien blaster. That was weird. And because we sequence broke the quest, Lions is going to talk to us eventually.
You can follow us as far.
Or we talk to her. And when we're in this dialogue, if we scroll down, we'll put we can say I'll put in the code. So we are kind of sequence breaking this quest, but eventually she's going to activate this in a unintended fashion, and we can type in 216. Want to make sure you actually do the buttons, and then we get put into a 3-ish minute cutscene. So for this part, I'm just going to let the credits talk, so I'm just going to take a small break, and I'll turn the volume down so it's not too deafening.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The Capital Wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child: selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. But it was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer learned the true meaning of that greatest of virtues: sacrifice. Stepping into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity, the child followed the example of the father, sacrificing life itself for the greater good of mankind. Thankfully, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer refused. Humanity, with all its flaws, was deemed worthy of preservation. The waters of life flowed at last, free and pure for any and all. The Capital Wasteland, at long last, was saved. So ends the story of the Lone Wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
So my game's gonna pause there just because I had to alt-tab during that.
The Enclave is retreating. We have a location isn't going to help at all. We have enough.
Comatose. After all this, we left in a
So now we get another small dialogue from Elder Lions. And when he eventually talks to us, we're just gonna do his bottom dialogue and tell him that we're fine and we're just gonna leave.
Careful now.
Gonna head to the store, enter the A-ring, and then head straight downstairs after I level up. To go and talk to Rothschild. You can do a stack up here, and it'll spawn you right there, next to Rothschild, but it's kind of inconsistent. Gonna do the top dialogue, we're gonna wait an hour, and we're gonna be in Rothschild's cutscene. Quick save, quick load 12 times. It should be in the first dialogue.
Anything else?
And then talk to him and just say, I have to go. And now what we get to do is do another very long walk. So we're going to exit. Going to fast travel to Little Lamplight, which is all the way up here. And I'm just going to put auto move on. And we're going to head towards the map marker, or quest marker. So this is just another load of walking. Fortunately, it is like the last big chunk of walking in the run. Thankfully. So I can just carry on to Rockland. And just finish the DLC. I say it's the last big bit of walking, but we still have to go to Old Onley and Penav Station. Oh, I just kicked that, my bad. So this is the main reason why people don't like this DLC, just a lot of walking, but honestly this downtime is nice. You don't really have to focus much. You can just kind of point your character in the direction. And he should be fine as long as you just avoid a few rocks. So when we eventually do reach Rockland, it doesn't get much more fun. I'm not gonna lie, Broken Steel is not a good DLC, especially to start with. Simply put, because it's an interactable cutscene. Where we just have to watch Liberty Prime do a walk, and then get blown up. And it's really not the most fun thing to watch. So we do a small skip, which makes it a little bit faster, but it's still not exactly like the biggest thing. So we're going to aim for around there in the rocks, just because it's got a very nice place to jump up. And you'll see later on when we exit the Rockland, will actually be here. And an enemy is going to spawn here, so I'm going to preemptively kill him now. Because we should be able to fast travel later on, as you'll see. So we're going to aim for that part of the rock there. Okay, there's another enemy here as well. Just going to jump up here and head to Rockland. I'm not sure if we can take Animal Friend at this level, but that would be a good thing to take. Because there's Jaguars everywhere. So we're going to enter Rockland. Just carry on this way. And talk to Paladin Tristan. One of the worst characters in the game.
Well.
Just go through all of his dialogue, and now we can exit through this door to the north. So here we're going to run into the back corner here. And we're just going to watch Liberty Prime do a bunch of boring stuff. So he's going to take a step there, and he's going to start walking now, so we can just wait to move him. He's going to start walking again, and we're going to wait to move him. Then we're going to wait a few more seconds, and wait to move him. When he starts saying that dialogue, we can move forward, because we can't skip this. I'm just going to run to this corner over here. So Liberty Prime is going to have some fun here. He's going to scan the wall, which usually he will be doing during that third wait. Then we smash the wall, and he's going to get nuked. Well, not nuked, but orbital strike.
All personnel should reach minimum safe distance immediately.
So we're going to see him get blown up, and then we're just going to run into here and wait at the door for it to open, because we have to wait for him to hit a trigger when he says a certain line.
2, 6, 8, 2, 2, 0, 9.
And then we're going to hold A here, because if we hold W and A we'll get stuck, and then we're going to go through this way. And we're going to have to go through all of this, which is a hell to navigate at first. So we're going to go up these stairs. When we reach the top of these stairs, we're going to go east, not east, sorry, west, to this door, not that door. We go through here, we're going to jump down here, quick save, quick to break our fall, carry on through this way. I'm going to be quick during this because we can take a lot of damage. We do have Stimpaks. We do have Stimpaks. Usually you'd pick up Stimpaks during the run. But there's like medkits there and stuff. So we're going to open this door and head back to here so we can avoid damage. Then we're going to, when the door's open, we're going to run through it to into this door and activate this terminal here. Get a request and then download the telemetry. Stimpaks there. Open this door and then carry on this way to the exit. So we should be able to fast travel now because we killed that Yaguai which was blocking us earlier. Never mind. There's now a red scorpion. Then we go back to the Citadel. Because we broke the quest, all this is still going on. Just so you can hear the bombs dropping. And then we're going to go back to here. We're going to go back into the laboratory. And hopefully we'll be on a good cycle because if you fast travel here as soon as possible, Lions and Rothschild will pretty much always be together. So talk to Rothschild. You'll then get an updated thing to talk to Lions. So I'm going to talk to Lions twice and leave. And now we're going to go up these stairs. And back into the doorway we came from. Which is over here. And this is going to bring us right next to Paladin Tristan. We go up here. I'm going to talk to Tristan, do the top two, and then we should be able to leave. And now we've got one of the last big walks, so we're going to fast travel to the alien homing beacon. And just head towards the marker, but we're going to aim for around this side of Old Only. Because we're going to skip going in through the other way. So just going to carry on this way, and we're going to do a little bit of parkour to jump into it. So you should see a bunch of rubble on this side, if I remember correctly. And we can use this to jump over our little fence. And then we can just go into this. So we're here. We're going to hold back and this way. I just can quick save, quick load, and this should, if we do it quick enough, should make us COC. Like that. I'm going to head this way through this door. Be careful of that Deathclaw. He does like to attack us. Quick save, quick load to try and break his animation. Get your alien blaster out before going through this. Hold backwards. And kill this ghoul. Otherwise he'll talk to us.
Better her than me.
We're gonna look into the wall here and quick save, quick load. Gonna COC, face west. We're gonna just run past this Deathclaw here. Stimpaks. There's a medkit around here somewhere, but what we're gonna do is stair clip here and go onto this very small piece of rubble here. Make a quick save, and we're going to jump west. And what we're going to try and do is land right here. So this is kind of difficult to find sometimes, because you'll more often than not bonk your head there. But if you time the jump right, you should be able to go on here. Then we're going to walk onto this stair, like set of stairs here. We're going to go right to the end, and we're going to stop, hop, jump, and quick save, quick load a few times, and we should be here. And then we can just carry on this way. If you want, you can just do this section normally, and just quick save, quick load as you go. Just gonna carry on this way. It's quite often you always use speed cripple here because this guy here does a lot of damage. And we're gonna just go into the power works. I'm gonna go onto the stairs here, and we're just gonna COC and look west. Go through this door, and right at the end of the corridor, we're going to flip a little switch. And this is where we need to have a little bit higher health. So we're going to flip this switch, this switch and this switch, unless you're on a full health, and then we're going to grab this. Or very high health. There is some power cells here if you need them, and some more stim packs here. And then we need our alien blaster out. And we're going to walk backwards and hold D, because there's going to be a Deathclaw here, which we might be able to avoid. Nope, he's coming for us. So usually this is the only Deathclaw he'll come after you, sometimes some others do, but we're going to kill him and then we should be able to fast travel back to the Citadel. And then we're going to head this way. We're going to talk to Paladin Tristan for the last time. So, again, going through this A-ring door here. He should just be about to go to here. Until we found the Tesla coil, and then we're going to leave and fast travel to Jefferson.
Welcome.
So we're going to carry on towards Rivet City to get to Anacostia Crossing, which is one of the quickest ways to get to Penav. So going to jump across here, carry on this way. So, if you don't know what Penav is, it's where the entrance to the presidential metro is. And there's quite a few ways to get there, but this was the quickest way. There's only 2 other quick ways, but that we know of anyway. And both of those require us to go into the mall, which I will time after this, but I believe it is slower because it is a lot more walking for this run. So when we enter here, we're going to COC, which we can do at multiple points. The best place to do it is just to wedge yourself in this corner, which is an absolute pain, and eventually we should be able to clip through. If that doesn't work, you can do a metro clip here, if you know how to do these, but this is definitely a difficult clip for some people. And then we're going to leave to Seward Square, I believe that's how you say it. And now we can just follow our quest marker to this massive metro, and some random guy is going to talk down from the skies.
What? No, the worm is hungry. Hungry for me, not for you. And for fire.
So when we enter this metro, we're going to do another COC. Walking through this metro as well, if you can't get the COC is fine, because this clip can be kind of difficult, understandably. We should be able to make it. I definitely should have healed myself before this, but hopefully I just have enough stuff. Yeah, not really. And we're just going to carry on across all this rubble towards the metro. So when we reach this second bus here, we are going to shoot it 3 times, which 1 kills all the super mutants nearby, and 2 stops the super mutants from exploding the bus, which has potential to cripple us, and we can lose speed cripple. So I'm just going to head into this corner and into the presidential metro. So in here we're going to take a left, then we're going to pretty much just follow this until we find another utility door over here, which takes us to the sublevel. So we're going to do a stair clip on these stairs, like this. The stair clip isn't too bad. And we're going to aim to land on here. Some of this is invisible, so you can land a bit before. And then we're going to run across this way. If you're scared to walk on here because it is invisible, you can crouch or go third person and look down. Either way slows you down though, but when you reach this part here, you should regain your view again. Just going to carry on this way. Jump to where these doors are. And we have now got a fairly difficult clip coming up. So, if you did level up lockpick, you can just lock that door. However, what we're going to do is make a save here. Aim for this corner here, not on top of it. And the best way to do this is spam jump and quick save, quick load. You should clip in. And you can do the speech check here. If you get it, then you can. It should just put you out of the dialogue. If not, do the top 2 dialogue. The reason why we do it that way is because if we get the speech check, all of the robots in here will be friendly, which is very important for the last one. So just gonna go into the equipment room here. Carry on this way. And usually the sentry bot will be aggroed, but you should be able to run past him if you don't get the speech check. Run into this corner, look at that console there, and third person interaction it. And now we're pretty much right at the end of the game. So, the clip out of the metro can be a little hard. It does make an autosave here though, so don't worry. But we're going to aim to hit this rail and quick save, quick load. And we should get pushed out. And then we're just going to go this way, run past all of these. Again, quick save, quick load if you don't want to get shot. And exit to Adams Air Force Base. And then we do actually have to loot this crate here. So we're going to loot that. And I'm not sure if it's needed for the quest, but the main reason we do it is because it has a Tesla cannon in it, which is what we need to finish the run. So we're going to run to this corner, we're going to quick save, quick load to get past that fence, in which we're now in a out of bounds place. And we can just run fairly close to the mobile crawler place. So we're going to carry on this way. Going to look in this corner here and quick save, quick load. And we're going to head to this side of the mobile platform. We do have a fairly difficult strat coming up, but hopefully we get it. So, if you don't know, things in Fallout 3 that you drop have a collision box, and we can jump on that to make us ever so slightly higher. So right now, I can't get in this door. You know, Bethesda are smart. They put it out of reach. But if we drop a Tesla cannon, position it in such a spot that we can jump on top of it, we can then barely reach the door. And that skips a decent bit. So now we can just go onto this, smash the control panel. We can just go through that. Go up through here. I'm gonna try and just heal as much as I can right now. Gonna take a left to the storage place. And then when we reach up these stairs, on our right is gonna be a guard. Gonna kill them because they have a key. Yes, I should have made a quick save there. So sometimes when people are in the middle of a animation, they won't create an ash pile. So the best thing to do is make a quick save just in case that ash doesn't spawn. So we're going to take all of this, and we've now got to run to the exit. So we're going to go this way. I'm going to quick say quick load just because I'm low on health. And we're going to go to, there's ladders there. We're going to jump over the table if we can. Go into the corner here. And quick save quick load, which should push us through the gap over to here. It's possible to get stuck in that place. I'm going to run into the satellite control tower. So this is definitely the scariest part of the run, but during all of this I'm going to quick save quick load. And we're just going to try and go up the stairs without dying or losing speed crippled, both of which are very easy to happen, but we're going to go to the terminal, we're going to fire payload, we're going to press the citadel, and then we're going to fire. We're going to exit here. We're going to position ourselves around kind of like the end of the cross here. So that way Lions will be directly in front of us, depending on where she spawns. And the time is going to finish as soon as we exit the vertibird.
Surprised to see me?
So I'm going to spam her dialogue, spam jump, and then press E. And that is the end of the DLC. Since that is our last input for this.
Citadel Control, come in. What the hell's wrong with the equipment on this flying junk pile? Let me try this. Citadel Control, come in. This is Pride 1. Citadel Control, where the heck are you? There must be a malfunction or some trouble over there. We're going to head right over and see what's going on. Hang on.
So now you've finished all the DLCs in the game and done the actual ending. If you want to avoid talking to the people here, just spam F3. You can bring Pip-Boy and fast travel away before the Brotherhood talk to you. So they won't actually hate you. Well, they will, but you'll be able to fast travel away before they start opening fire on you. And then you finished all the DLCs in the game. So, Broken Steel, Point Lookout, The Pit, Zeta, and Anchorage. In just under 2 hours. The world record is currently 1:26, I believe, by Jabo. But some new strats have been found, and with Stimpack skip and stuff, you should hopefully be able to get a good time. So with that, have fun running this game, and good luck.